It's me, Mario!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Colonelcast. And Yahoo! Because today we're talking about a video game, and that video game is the best one, Super Mario 64. I'm here with Hartsy, who, until, this week or so, you've never played the original Mario 64 ever?
See, you lied to me. You told me this podcast would be about Sonic Adventure, so you dragged me into talking about Mario 64 unprompted. What?
Well, there's sometimes you got to do what you have to do to get the fucking podcast done. Okay, I'm not gonna play fucking Sonic Adventure. It's not happening.
I guess now that I'm here, I should talk about Mario 64. But yeah, I completed Mario 64 for the first time ever recently, this past week. I have played Mario 64 DS growing up on the DS, but I've never played, I can't really say the original because I was playing the PC port, but
it's the same thing. It's like a remaster. It's about the same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, you did play it with the weird graphics based on like the promo art and whatever.
Yeah, the renders 96 models.
Yeah, I always avoided that because I thought they looked strange, but.
Yeah, I kind of wish I played without it on, because I would have liked the real classic look of the original game.
Yeah, it's a good-looking game, you know?
And what's funny is, like, even, like, in Mario Odyssey, when you unlock the Legacy 64 skin, I would just always play with that on my Mario, even though I have no nostalgia from Mario 64. I just liked it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's something charming about these low poly models and stuff, and just the way that the whole game looks. You know,
I like Mario 64's model a lot.
Yeah, and it's just the whole look of the game is very, it's like abstract and weird. It's like a strange painting or something, as opposed to a normal painting.
Some might say that some of the levels in this game are liminal or have a creepy, ominous vibe to them. Ooh, Super Mario 64 might be creepy. Ooh.
I think there's a strange phenomenon that people think this is creepy and not.
It's the gayest, most retarded phenomenon ever. I hate the whole Mario 64 is scary thing now. I hate it.
It's skibbity sigma ligma spooky liminal game.
Skibbity spooky Mario game.
Yeah.
I mean, I see video essays all the time. Like, why is Mario 64 so creepy? Mario 64 is creepy now? No, it's not.
He's lovely. It's a good game, and not a scary one.
It's awful. I hate all the fucking ARGs and spooky gay shit people make for this game.
You're not a fan of the Wario apparition?
No, I'm not a fan of the Wario apparition. I'm not a fan of the fucking 2-hour-long iceberg videos about spooky Easter eggs and secrets.
What about Beta 3313 or whatever?
Okay, that one's kind of cool. Cool.
Well, that one I think plays better in, like, it is a little skibbity sigma liminal, but it's also like it sort of plays into the more just ambient kind of nature of the game, where it's just like all these levels, they are just sort of floating in a nonsense void. Which so are they in literally every Mario game, you know, I guess that's whatever. But
right.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that they're these little self-contained kind of areas, and they don't really make much sense, you know? They're all floating. They're all...
Even in, like, the newest 3D game, Mario Odyssey, all the levels are big islands floating in the middle of, like, a foggy void.
Yeah, and in that, it's very intentional, too. It's supposed to be like a Zen garden sort of thing. Or not like a Zen garden. It's supposed to be some sort of Japanese small garden thing that they got going on, but it's
yeah. See, I'm not culturally inclined like that, so I don't know all the cultural details that go into these Mario games.
Yeah, I don't remember what the specific thing that they referenced was. They said that, like, oh, this is like Sunshine, 64, and Odyssey are like within in Nintendo's view, they're like this specific type of thing, and then they compared that to the other ones, which are more
Sunshine
linear.
Doesn't really have that like abstract, like floating in the void type experience.
That's true.
Because,
yeah,
all the levels are like
you can see them and stuff in the skyboxes. Yeah, and they do all make sense, like more so than in 64, where it's just like a mountain. And
I'm playing through Sunshine right now on my journey to play every 3D Mario game, which I've already played them all separately, but now I'm playing them all in a row. It's going good. I don't like it quite as much as I like 64 or Odyssey. but
That's good. I couldn't get into Sunshine. It just
I'm not gonna 100% this game like I'm planning for the other games.
it was too buggy and horrible.
Uh,
They have the blue coins. You got to find all the blue coins, and apparently that's a nightmare to actually do.
yeah, the blue coins are not very fun.
I think I
very
found like
fun.
4 of them or something when I played
Yeah.
that. So it was.
You get most of them just by like finding graffiti and spraying it.
Yeah, it's not like a fun thing. It's not like a fun challenge to unlock them, right? It's more like a Korok seed kind of mini thing. It's not even like a puzzle or anything. It's just something you have to do for a second. So
some of them are like hidden in really asshole out of the way areas, and it's
Yeah.
just not fun.
I don't like it.
Nope.
Yeah,
I do like the vibe of Sunshine though.
Yeah,
It's
that's what it has
warm.
going for it. Is that
Very nice.
But I still like just the weird nature of 64 more than any of the other ones. It's not really going
Right.
for a specific style. Like some of the levels are going for different moods. Like the, I guess, like the snowy one is it's snowy, and then you go inside the cabin, sort of like a cozy cabiny area, I guess.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it just seems like they let like the whatever it is just inform like a weird kind of mood to it. So
Right. Yeah. Of course.
yeah.
I think the real point of contention for me, because I'm a Zoomer, I'm a new age fucking. Well, actually, I'm only a few years younger than you, so it's not like we're even that far. We're not even that far removed.
You're a filthy fucking young Zoomer who's like 2 years younger than me or whatever. It's horrible. Absolutely.
Yeah, a whole 2 years separates us. But
You
I
might
just,
as well
like,
be another species based on those 2 years. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, of course. But I just cannot adapt to like the very old archaic feeling of games like Mario 64. I play them and I 100% of the game, so obviously I can't handle it. It just doesn't feel as good to me as games like Galaxy. I love Galaxy, one of my favorite games of all time, and Odyssey, of course.
I feel like Mario has no momentum in the other ones. So I feel like he just gets slowed down whenever you do anything. Like when you jump or when he lands for a jump, it like slows him to a very specific speed, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, but at the same time, he also feels more precise in those games. Like, trying precise platforming in a game like 64 is dog shit. It's awful.
Well, there's only 2 levels that make you do that, though, too. Or
well,
like
yeah, but those 2 levels are significantly bad enough to tarnish the rest of the experience for me.
Rainbow Ride's not too bad.
I like Rainbow Ride, actually.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the hardest one, and I like it.
No,
Tick
Duck Clock is the hardest one. I hate that shit.
That one's weird because it is different and odd and just sort of it's just the fact that everything moves and stuff. Did you figure out the gimmick for Tick Tock Clock?
Yeah, of course. You jump depending on fucking the minute hand.
Yeah, but some of the stars you need it to be like moving and stuff, so you can't just freeze it and just win.
Yeah, I hated that level, and that level just like exemplifies all the problems I have with Mario's movement in Mario 64. Like, I'm not gonna deny that it's the first like truly revolutionary 3D platformer. I mean, it went on to inspire how characters move in the 3D space. Like if it wasn't for Mario 64, I think it would have taken the game industry much longer to find out how to properly move a character in a 3D space. I think Mario 64 is responsible for that. But I don't think just because it's revolutionary and was good when it came out means that it's still a good experience today.
I mean, I just think it feels really good to jump around and stuff, though, even now, so.
Right. I don't know. I think he's very imprecise. He is fast. I will give you that. He's faster in Mario 64 than he is in every other game. Yeah. But I don't know. That speed doesn't do much for you when he's imprecise as shit.
Yeah. Well, they could have. I feel like if they really wanted to like nail it right, what you do, you make him more like you can control his speed a little more easily, maybe in like newer ones they could do and stuff, and then you can do the sort of the very specific like small jumps you need to be able to do and stuff. But then let him also like build up some speed and like keep going really fast. If you like go down a hill or something like that, or you do a long jump, then that should make you go faster, I think, and that would be more fun.
don't usually use every face button. Like in Odyssey, you
No.
only have like 2 action buttons: the jump and the throw. So you could have like another button and like bind it to like I don't know. This might be controversial, but like maybe a run button. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of that at all. I hate that. But it's,
You hate run buttons.
for 3D Mario, I do. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't care for it. But it's
Right.
it wouldn't be too terrible, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible in 64 DS, but that's because they put it in a game that's different, and they didn't really account for that. So
The one thing I don't like about his movement in like Sunshine is that they got rid of the crouch, so there's no long jump and there's no backflip, and those are my two of my favorite moves that he can do.
yeah, that sucks. That's really lame. I don't know why
Right.
they did that. Because you can, I guess there's the flood. You can fly for a second, but that's not really fun for me. I don't think that's like a fun
I think it's
movement
pretty
thing that
cool.
much. It's kind of, I mean, some of them are kind of neat, but the main one that you get, I think, is really boring. Because it's just like a hover, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm having a pretty decent time with Sunshine. I have a
That's good.
HD mod that makes it look actually good.
Yeah.
By the way, I legally dumped all these games I'm emulating on my computer for sure. I
Yeah.
legally obtained all my copies.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
and you also you did 2, so that it counts for me as well, right?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
of course.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you out to dry like that.
Yeah. There's yeah. So what do you think is your favorite level out of all of them in 64?
Honestly, like, I really like the Spooky Mansion because Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion is one of my favorite games from Nintendo. So I love that vibe. I
Yeah.
think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool, like, it's more of like an experience than like a real level. Just exploring all the different rooms of this spooky mansion. There's not much platforming to be done.
Yeah. It is
But I
more
still
like
really like
deal with the spooky tricks and the surprises around every corner or
Yeah,
whatever.
deal with all the spooks and gaffs and tricks.
Yeah. And tricks and traps and
Yeah,
gifts and
very
snaps
spooky.
and all
Yeah,
sorts.
and of course, Womp's Fortress is pretty cool. I like Womp's Fortress a lot.
Womp's Fortress is weird because there's so many coins in that, but there's like none in Bob on Battlefield, so it's weird to get the 100 coin star in Bob on Battlefield because you can't even do it until you get the hat. So
Yeah, well, yeah, it's insane. Also, I didn't know that you can get a bunch of rings by spinning around the logs.
Yeah.
So I was so
Rings.
short on rings. Fuck rings!
Yeah.
Damn it! Guys, in case you can tell, I'm a Sonic guy
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
I'm like 100. Like, in fact, I never talked about Mario ever. I don't think, even though I also
Oh my
do
God.
happen to love Mario. But I'm so used to only playing Sonic games.
Yeah.
It's always just been rings to me, and it's so funny. It's so funny because people who are big on Mario and play Sonic will often say coins instead of rings,
Well, yeah.
and then Sonic fans will get angry and correct them. And now I'm doing the opposite, but for Mario.
Why are they rings in Sonic? Why didn't he just also collect coins in that?
Because
they say?
rings are cooler.
Well, that's arguable, but I don't know.
I don't know why they made it rings. Like,
If I had to guess, it would be just so it's different from Mario. Honestly, that would be
Right.
my guess. Because like Kirby picks up like little stars and stuff,
Right.
so they
no,
all gotta
I think
have their own.
I think it being rings suits Sonic, and I like that a lot more than coins.
Yeah. Well, they added like ring-based things, right? Too, because he jumps in the big ring, or he.
Yeah, they have the warp
They-
rings. Like in
Yeah.
the first Sonic game, they act as like portals to
Yeah.
special stages. Which
And
is,
then they
it's
do
so
that in the
cool.
movie, and he goes
Yeah,
through
they
him like
do that in
Doctor
the movie.
Strange. Yeah.
They do that in the movies. The coin, fuck! I keep saying coins and rings and vice versa. Damn it! But no, the rings in the games also act as portals sometimes. So I think it's cool that
Yeah.
you did that in the movies.
Yeah. That is ripped off of Doctor Strange though from the 70s. I'm sure Doctor Strange was doing that in the 70s. So
Whatever. More like Doctor Gay.
yeah. No one thought of portals before a Marvel comic book in the 70s. No one had ever considered this concept of a door that you can move and goes to different
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. What about the game Portal that famously came out in 1970?
Well, that was yeah. That's where it really comes from. That's where the name comes from. Every time you see a Portal, it's just a reference to the first
Yeah.
video game Portal. So
No, Valve actually has a trademark for the concept of Portal. So anytime anybody has to use a Portal in their media, they have to pay Valve.
yeah. That's the ring thing is just it's a way to get around it sometimes, you know. Sometimes they won't notice if they're just rings.
Right.
Yeah. that's fun. But yeah, because I do think because with the maybe with the rings it's because you get when you get hit you drop them all right and he's got to be able to pick them up real fast and
Right, yeah.
it makes sense that you could grab like a bunch of floating rings quicker than like giant coins maybe or
Right.
something. Like if you were like a real creature and not like a video game guy who just touched things.
Also, like in the Sonic games, rings are used as a power source to like power your super form and stuff like that. So like Super Sonic needs rings to fuel his transformation into Super Sonic.
That's good.
And all the other characters do as well.
Yeah. You know, there's very few power-ups in Mario 64. They did almost none of them.
Yeah, there's the wing cap, there's the metal cap, and the invincibility cap.
Yeah, the vanish cap, and you can't touch him, and he goes through the walls.
Yeah,
but he doesn't fall through the floor. How does he not fall through the floor? They don't explain that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one's crazy.
It's like in a comic book where a character can walk through walls, and they have a bit where they specifically I'm thinking there's like one X-Men who does this, right? And when an X-Men first gets their powers, they don't really know what's going on and they can't control them. But that one somehow didn't just like fall like 6 feet into the earth and die. I don't think they ever explain how. So
I mean, I don't think a fall from 6 feet will kill you. You might like sprain an ankle.
No, if you get stuck in like the Earth's core or something, though, if you get stuck like underground, then that's it.
Right. No, I'm gonna be honest. I do not like how the wing cap controls. Like trying to collect red coins with the wing cap might be the most painful experience I've ever gone through.
You got to gain the velocity. You got to angle them down to speed up and stuff. And
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's bad.
That is. There are a lot of things in some of these old games where they design it like in a way where like, oh yeah, you're gonna have one video game for the next 3 months of your life. You know, you just bought this new console, you're gonna have the one game, and then maybe you'll get another game in 3 months. But by the time that 3 months is up, you'll have figured out how to use the fucking wing cap. You know.
I mean, I gathered all 120 stars in like 2 or 3 days, so I kind of just
But people were also learning how to control anything in 3D space too for the first time. So.
Right. I mean, I'm sure that for a first 3D game ever, this game was mind blowing. Like, the first 3D game you've ever played, and you pick up Mario 64, it'll be life changing.
It would be, yeah. I mean, it was my first 3D game on the DS because it was on there, and I remember because you start as Yoshi in that version, and I remember walking around and I fell in the moat and I drowned.
No, I also. I played Mario 64 on the DS. I never played the original console version. I had the DS one growing up, and I really liked it. My first 3D game ever was SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom on the PlayStation 2. That was the first 3D game I've ever played.
That's a classic. They brought that back, right? There's like a remaster you can get.
They remastered it. They remade it.
That's cool. I should get that. I might have that already in my Steam.
It's
actually.
pretty good.
I don't even know.
It's a pretty. I mean, it's probably the reason why I love 3D platformers. It's the reason why I love 3D platformers.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
They should.
I mean, my favorite Mario game growing up was Mario Galaxy, though, because I eventually got that on my Wii way after I've like played the DS Mario games.
Yeah.
And I just love that game so much. Like, if I wasn't a diehard Sonic fan, Mario would probably be my fallback.
Yeah. Well, it's, Mario, Mario keeps winning, out of all of them, Mario is like the winner of video games because he's been going strong for like 40 years and nothing can stop him.
That's probably why I like Sonic so much. He's the underdog and I'm the underdog,
Yeah.
I see myself as the underdog,
Maybe, yeah. But there's, and I'm of course the great winner who's doing, I'm a trillionaire, so.
Yeah.
It just speaks to me more to play as Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario's probably also a trillionaire, you know, so...
I mean, Luigi is canonically more wealthy than Mario, though.
Well, Luigi, he has a mansion, but we don't see the true extent of Mario's wealth very often, so... I mean,
you don't see Mario running around collecting a bunch of gold bars and rubies and shit.
Yeah. Well, the inflation rate is, like, fucked, though, too, in the Mushroom Kingdom, because there's infinite money just in the sky everywhere. In one of the RPGs, he goes to another kingdom and he brings like 20,000 fucking Mushroom Kingdom coins, and they say like, oh yeah, that's like 20 coins here. So you start with like 20 of that game's coins.
Which RPG game is that?
That's Superstar Saga.
Superstar Saga, cool.
Yeah, it's the Bean coins have a favorable exchange rate. So yeah.
I have a Super Mario RPG and a Thousand Year Door ready to play. I need to play those too.
Yeah, those are pretty good. They're all pretty good, all the RPGs. Mario's just, he lends himself well to all the other types of games and stuff. And they've made like 200 games with him in them, and most of them are okay, at least.
Right.
So, you know, they should make Mario 64 too, though, you know? I don't see any reason they can't just dust off the old ROM.
They should make a Galaxy 3, in my opinion. That's what they should do next.
I don't like Galaxy, though, very much. It just
controls Galaxy
weird.
Is the fucking best 3D Mario game. It's the best Mario game. It's the best Nintendo game.
I don't like it when you're on a planet and you walk under the planet and stuff, and then your controls get all messed up. I don't like that.
Controls don't get messed up.
It always feels weird for me. It doesn't work the way I'm expecting it or something, so I don't like it.
Whatever.
I'm also just bad at that game, though, so, you know. Yeah.
I'm a big Galaxy guy. My favorite Mario game for sure.
Yeah. It is pretty. It is the prettiest Mario game,
It is
probably.
very pretty.
Yeah.
It is crazy pretty.
Yeah. They have some nice... You know what? In Odyssey, they should have made, like, a Galaxy Kingdom, they could have called it.
Galaxy Kingdom?
Yeah, why not? You know?
I mean, you do go to the moon.
Yeah, there's the Moon Kingdom, and then there's the dark side of the Moon Kingdom, or whatever, so...
And
all of them are
like,
kingdoms
honestly,
for some reason. Except for the city.
And, like, the Moon Kingdom is, like, very visually ugly, because it's literally just one big white mass, which is the moon, and then a black void.
Yeah.
I mean, Super Mario's Galaxy made space look cool and pretty, while in Odyssey we took a more realistic approach of just making it black and not very appealing.
Yeah, they did go for realism more often than not in that game, which is weird. Like, just mostly for the textures and stuff, and especially for the moon. And I don't know why they did that, because it does look kind of ugly, so...
It does.
I don't know. You know. But, you know, as long as they make another Mario game in it... I just want him to punch and kick people again. I want him to fucking throw hands and beat people up.
That is a pretty cool thing that is gone from all future games.
Yeah, and that's like that's what I like about the controls, is that there's the second button that you press, and it doesn't just do one thing like throw his hat or whatever. It does like 5 different things depending on the context. So that's neat.
They need to hurry their asses up and make the next 3D Mario game. It's been 8 years.
Yeah,
I want the next 3D Mario game so bad.
I would not be surprised if it's coming into this year, actually, holiday season, because
You really think?
Well, Switch 2, they're going to do their big presentation, obviously. So it'll be... I think it's going to be this year. Yeah, that's coming in.
We might get an announcement alongside Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean, in April, they're doing a big direct for the Switch 2, you know? For the Switch 1, they showed Mario Odyssey on, like, in the first trailer, they showed it on a TV screen for a second, so we kind of got an idea that it was coming.
Right.
But with this, they didn't show shit. Or the Switch 2 trailer.
Odyssey 2? Do you think it's going to be Odyssey 2 or something new? It's gotta be Odyssey 2,
it's going to be something
right?
new, I think. There's no way they don't... Odyssey 2 they could have done, like, 5 years ago, so there's no way.
Yeah, but Odyssey was such a monumentum success. Like, why not make a 2 or direct follow-up?
Why not make 64 2? Or Sunshine... Well, Sunshine didn't do too well, I guess, because it's on the GameCube, but I don't know.
I mean, it's been 30 years since fucking 64. I don't think we're going to make a follow-up now.
Well, yeah, but they could have done one back then, though, you know? They don't like to repeat themselves for 3D Mario unless they have, like, a ton of new ideas like they did for Really just Galaxy 2, yeah.
It's really just Galaxy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, they did Bowser's Fury, and Bowser's Fury is its own weird kind of side game, but it has like, it's like a big open world, and you go between the different areas. Yeah. It's fun,
I also really like 3D World. Like, I love that game. The base game is fun.
They're all good. It just, people didn't want 3D World. It felt too linear, and people were mad, so... Even though it is like a great game.
This is going to be so surprising coming from people who know me as just a Sonic guy who loves Sonic, talking about how much I love Mario too. Because I've never talked about Mario before.
Yeah. Well, there's a first for everything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Nintendo phase is coming back in full force, and I don't know why. I'm just like playing a lot of Marios and Zeldas right now.
You gotta play Pikmin. You gotta try Pikmin.
Eventually I will.
They're all on Switch, every single one, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they're all great games.
I guess I gotta buy a legal copy, even dump the ROM on my computer to emulate it.
Yeah. A legal copy of Pikmin 1 plus 2.
Yeah,
which is just two... It's just I think it's based on the Wii versions, I don't remember. But yeah.
Oh.
But they took out all the product placement in Pikmin 2. Because they don't have the rights to, like, put Vlasic in it.
Placement?
There used to be product placement. You collect treasures, and they're just like random trash. So it's like a pickle jar lid, and it says Vlasic on it, or there's like a bunch of Duracell batteries and stuff, and that was always really fun.
Funny. That's
yeah,
funny.
But they're all generic products now, except for the Nintendo ones, because you can pick up like Rob the Robot and shit like that. So those are still in there because they own those.
You want to hear a cool piece of lore about me and Mario?
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, I had a Mario plush. This Mario plush, was the Mario Party 5 Mario plush produced by Sine. And you know what famous plush YouTuber went on to use this Mario in their videos?
What, Puppet Steve?
Yeah. Super Mario Logan.
Oh.
Yeah, I had the Super Mario Logan Mario plush. And guess what I did with it?
What did you do?
I gave it to a friend because I didn't want it anymore.
Oh. Yeah.
And you know how much that plush sells for now on like eBay? It's fucking absurd.
Those things are probably going to be a lot. They don't make the plushes good anymore. They used to be much more sturdy than all the new Nintendo plushes, so.
Yeah, but no, I had the SML, the Super Mario Logan Mario plush as a kid, and I gave it to a friend because I didn't want it anymore.
Yeah. Did you have the Mama Luigi though?
I did not have Mama Luigi, no. Those were two completely different lines.
Yeah, because that one's like some shitty bootleg or something, so... Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, that is very, very unfortunate, though.
Yeah, very sad for me.
Yeah.
I wonder what that guy's doing now. Hey, Nathan, if you're listening to this, do you still have that? I would like it back.
Yeah. You know, my little brother's named Nathan, so that confused me for a second. That was strange.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
No, I had the friend I gave the plush to, his name was Nathan.
Yeah, I get that, but for just a second, that was strange. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, which is there any specific star that you like in Mario 64? Like one fun challenge that's
I
in there?
actually really liked most of the 100 coin stars. So I like running around the course and collecting all the coins I see.
Yeah. Is there one that sucks though, for 100 coins?
Fucking Jolly Roger Bay kind of sucks.
Yeah. you know how many coins that level has?
104.
Yeah. So if you miss one from the blue coin star, you're just fucked, which is hilarious.
It's awful. It's so awful. Actually, in both the water levels, 100 coins suck.
Yeah. Well, and plus the fact that you have to fucking swim through them, and that's no fun. So.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't do a level that's like half underwater and half above water. Like in Odyssey, they have a bunch of levels like that where it's sort of. Well, they have the one level that's like that, yeah. Where in Seaside, like half of it is above ground and half of it's underwater. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, fucking and what makes the coins really bad in the water levels is that Mario 64 has an atrocious draw distance, so you have to be like 1 foot in front of the coins for them to even spawn.
Yeah, It's specifically the coins too. You can even see like there's like the secret coins, the special coins for the 1 star in Bob on Battlefield.
Yeah.
You can see those from far away.
Red coins too. Yeah.
Yeah, red coins as well. So I don't know why it's like that. Well, it's like that for like memory reasons, right? But it's
like you can see red coins. Like you can see a red coin that's like inside of a box before the box because they loaded into frame before the box.
That's true. Yeah. It's you know, it's the wonders of being like, what was the RAM on this thing? It was like 8 megabytes or some shit.
Damn.
And 64 RAM. I don't remember. Oh, 4. And then you have to get the expansion pack increases it to 8 for Majora's Mask and Donkey Kong 64.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking in Jolly Roger Bay, there's a big vent at the end of the level that sucks you through and spits you out into Peach's castle.
Yeah.
And there's a line of rings, coins. There's a line of coins near the vent that I was trying to collect. That every time you swim near, you get sucked into the vent, and it sucks.
Well, the secret there is you got to go to the first level with the. No, but you can't go to the first level with the submarine where that thing is closed because because then it doesn't have the poles and stuff either. So
yeah,
it doesn't work. There are some things like that are just straight up janky and dumb, which I kind of like anyway. It's I like games that are a little rough and weird, and they have some issues like that. I don't know. It gives them some character a bit.
I actually liked Rainbow Ride, which a lot of people hate because there's a lot of fun platforming challenges in Rainbow Ride, and you can skip a lot of the ride by just turning around and jumping onto the rest of the course behind you.
Yeah, I mean it's designed to be more like it's sort of more like the 2D games because most of the time it'll be like, oh, you go on this sort of branching path, and then at the end of one path there's like a star at the end of each of them or whatever.
Right.
And that lets you play it more like you're not redoing the whole level every time you want to get a new star. That's the problem with TikTok Clock is every time you want to get to another star, it's just you play the last level and then you play like another like 10 jumps on top of that or whatever.
Yeah,
and that's
if you make a small mistake, you fall back to the bottom and die. Very, very upsetting. My favorite part of Rainbow Ride was the eight red rings in the little maze area because you have to experiment with all your different types of jumps and shit. To get through the maze and collect the 8 coins. That was pretty fun.
What do you think of the wall kick? Because it's not a wall jump. You gotta kick off of it at a specific time.
Well, wall kick sucks ass.
I love that. I love that it's so fucking hard and stupid. And you know, if you do it on the first frame that he lands there, it sends him like further horizontally and faster.
Stupid. It's so stupid.
It's great.
Hate the wall kick so much.
It feels like baby mode to play any of the other ones where you don't have to time it now.
And the problem is, you have to use the wall kick in order to get the 100 coins in that stage because you need the blue coins to finish the 100 coins of Rainbow Ride. Yeah. And you have to wall kick up the maze onto the roof fast enough to collect the fucking blue coins that spawn up there.
Exactly, but that's the challenge. It's great.
Not fun. It's not
so
fun.
Cool.
No, it's not.
I love it.
The wall kick sucks.
They should put the wall kick in all of them. Okay, it should be wall kick in every single one of them.
I'm so glad they made the wall jump actually doable from that point forward.
Wow. Well, what if they bring it back though for whatever the new one would be?
I'm not playing it.
Well,
I'm pirating it instead of buying it.
Oh no. You'd never pirate a game. That's like a crazy thing.
No, I'd never do that.
Shit.
No, but if I have the only reason I do pirate, if I do pirate, is because I have no other means of playing it, right?
Yeah.
When I have the means to do so, I buy what I want.
Yeah.
Except for the software. Like, I pirated all my Adobe software because fuck Adobe.
That's probably smart, yeah. For most of these things, it's, yeah, I don't know. I say fuck them, okay? If they're not gonna... I want to play fucking... like a Pokemon game from 80 years ago, I'm not going to buy it physically.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because those are $400, every single one of them, for no reason, so...
Well, that falls into the category of having no other means of playing it because Nintendo
Yeah.
does not provide modern means of playing a lot of their classic games.
Yeah, you're not allowed to play Heart Gold Soul Silver. You're just not. It's
It's
gone.
it's unfortunate. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I don't know. Well, for DS games, they haven't re-released any of them anywhere since,
Right, no.
except for like I guess some of them are on like the 3DS shop or the Wii U shop, or they were
We
before
tried
those
both,
got shut down.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah, very upsetting.
They should put. Did you see the theories that with the Switch 2 you could turn it on its side and stuff and then play it like a DS?
No.
That would have been so cool. It's not
That's
real. It would have been
absurd.
in the trailer if that was the thing you could do, I think, but it
Yeah.
would have been very fun.
No,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna buy the Switch 2 when that comes out because I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
And all the new possibilities of Nintendo games.
You can use it like a mouse.
Right.
So the fucking Mario Maker won't be lame anymore. You'll be
Yeah,
able to use it as a mouse.
I have a Switch, but mainly my sister uses it because she plays like Fortnite and a bunch of like different Mario games and stuff.
Yeah.
So she usually has a Switch.
Battle Royale,
Battle Royale. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Winner
They should
winner
make a
chicken
Mario
dinner.
Battle Royale. They should make
Yeah.
a Mario Battle Royale.
They should. They did do that. It's Mario
Yeah.
35. And then now it's
that
gone.
lasted a year. Yeah.
You can't play it anymore. That's so dumb when they do that. When you can't, you just can't buy it anymore. That was like everything from the 35 anniversary. You just can't get any of them.
People loved Mario 35. That game had
Yeah.
a consistent player base. Everyone loved it, and they shut it down.
Yeah, just like Tetris 99, which is still up because that's another company can control that and decide not to delete it for no reason. So,
Well,
yeah, I don't get it.
Pokemon isn't technically owned by Nintendo, right? It's like their games are licensed by Nintendo, but Pokemon is its own company, right?
The Pokemon company is its own company, but it's like majority owned by Nintendo. So they own. I forget what it is. It might have been they own. It might be like 51% or whatever. But the other half is like
okay.
Game Freak, who actually develops the games, and the
Yeah.
Pokemon company itself is mostly doing like licensing for whatever nonsense and stuff, and like the
Right.
anime and whatnot.
So like the anime and like the cards are produced by the other half that isn't owned by Nintendo.
Well, no, it's just the one company that it's like they have a holding company for the license and the brand and whatever, and that's the Pokemon company. And then Game Freak makes the games, and it's just like a
Right.
game studio that
Because
owns
like
this
when
company.
you buy like Pokemon merch and like cards, you don't see the Nintendo logo on it because like,
Yeah, and it doesn't say
it's
Game
its
Freak
own-
either. It just says Pokemon
Yeah.
Company, so it's
right.
or just Pokemon logo, probably.
Right.
Yeah, but that's
cool.
that's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But they do. I think they do have enough controlling interest so they can, like it's Pokemon's going to be in Smash Bros forever. They're never going to not. They probably could put more Pokemon references in other games if they wanted to. Like some of their series have referenced other ones. Like fucking. I don't think WarioWare has like Pokemon mini games in it. I think it could though if they wanted to.
So,
I'm not sure.
How much say did Nintendo have over Detective Pikachu the movie?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably some.
Yeah.
Just well, it probably more so just the Pokemon company's own like executives or whatever though. So I don't know.
Right.
Probably most of all like Paramount or whatever fucking company made that movie. I did not like Detective Pikachu that much.
I've never seen it.
It's fine. It's like Ryan Reynolds is a Pikachu, and
They
he
made
runs
a
around.
Detective Pikachu game for the Switch. didn't
Yeah, they made Detective Pikachu was a 3DS game, and it had been out for like 5 years by the time they announced the movie, and everyone was confused. Like, why? Why are you doing Detective Pikachu out of everything?
You could have just made like an actual live action Pokemon movie, but you.
Yeah, where like this kid gets a Pokemon and he trains him up and he fights all the guys and he fights Team Rocket. Like just do the story of one of the games but make it a movie.
Right.
But they didn't do that. They did fucking Detective Pikachu, where he's Ryan Reynolds walking around chatting, solving a mystery.
I would be so upset if a movie adaptation of my favorite game took a bunch of creative liberties and didn't just stick that close to the source material. That's why I love Sonic,
Yeah,
because those movies are very close. and
Like
don't
if they
take
made
any
it-
liberties.
if they made it like live action and they put Cyclops from the X-Men movies in it and he's like the main character for some reason, that'd be really dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that either. You know, and I don't know why they made the fucking Mario movie. Why his backstory is different, and he's from Brooklyn, which is just like a stupid Illumination land. I hate that.
No. That's a consistent like Mario backstory. Like
That's only consistent in the stupid American stuff, though. Okay,
no.
in the games, he's baby Yoshi gets him, regular size Yoshi gets him when he's a baby. So, yeah. But that's only like a thing in the Brooklyn stuff is only a thing in like 80s like American stuff, like in the movie.
I prefer the Brooklyn backstory where the Mario brothers are plumbers from Brooklyn and they stumble across the Mushroom Kingdom. Like even like I watched a video about Mario's development that said that that's even like the original intended pitch that Shigeru Miyamoto came up with when creating the Mario Bros.
I think it was, but like by the 90s though, they gave him a different backstory, and that was better because it had Yoshi's Island in it. And Yoshi's Island's fun.
I like them being plumbers from Brooklyn who stumbled across the Mushroom Kingdom.
That does explain why no one else looks like them in the whole world. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't. It feels like more of like, oh well, this, you know, it's a movie, so we've got to do the thing that you would do for a movie and make it like a fish out of water thing, and I just don't care for it.
Right. Well, I think it just works at that 9 out of 10 times that is for backstory. Like, except for one example in the fucking Yoshi game no one cares about.
The Yoshi's Island is way more integral to the lore than the fucking Super Mario Bros. Super Show, okay?
So,
Terrible.
Okay, so Yoshi raised him as a baby, but as adults they moved to the real world Brooklyn.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Well, at the end, in Yoshi's Island, there's a stork carrying him, and the stork drops him, right? And then the rest of the babies get kidnapped by Kamek. So Yoshi and Baby Mario, they save all the other babies, but then they get dropped off at their real parents. But we see the real parents are like toads or something. I think you only see that in Yoshi's Island 2.
Really?
In Yoshi's Island DS, I think you see them. They get dropped off at like a toad house or something. Let me see this.
There's no way that's canon.
Yoshi's Island DS ending. I'm pretty sure this happens in Yoshi's Island DS. Is he? Oh god, that's loud. 1 second. Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby DK, etc., etc. There's an important lore at the end of at the end of Yoshi's Island DS. Yeah, Mario and Luigi, they straight up get dropped off at a toad house. Baby Peach gets dropped off at a castle, and Baby Donkey Kong gets delivered to a treehouse. So, yeah, that all makes sense to me.
I don't like the fact that they were raised by toads. There's no way that's canon.
They're raised by toads. They should be.
It's a spin-off game. There's no way that's canon.
It's great. Everyone loves Yoshi's Island DS. It's a beloved classic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't fucking hate it compared to the old one at all. No. Yeah. So.
I like Yoshi's Island a lot.
Yeah. Well, Yoshi's Island 1 is really good, and then Yoshi's Island DS is like psychopath levels or something. They're like really stupid. Some of the later ones, so people kind of hate it.
I don't believe that's canon. They weren't raised by the fucking toad people.
Yeah. Let me look up Yoshi's Island DS intro too here, okay? Oh my god. It's all so loud. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Well, it's weird too because Yoshi's Island 1 and Yoshi's Island DS both have the same story, and they describe the story in the intro of Yoshi's Island DS. So like they show a whole backstory and everything. But then I guess actually, in the intro, Kamek is kidnapping them from their like parents' homes and everything. Okay, so
okay.
That does actually fit in with the lore, yeah. So okay. They have a consistent storyline. The canon of the Yoshi's Island franchise is intact. That's good. That's important to me.
So in the end of Yoshi's Island, you're delivered back to the parents, and you start Yoshi's Island DS. They're taking it away from the parents. Again. Yeah,
they're kidnapped by Kamek from the parents. I don't know why Kamek does that. He's just like an asshole or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, real intellectuals will look at Kamek and think of Cody. Just say, hey, it's Cody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Yoshi's Island DS is also all fucked up because there's like time travel is in that too. Like they time travel and they meet adult Bowser, and you fight adult Bowser at the end, but also baby Bowser. So
Oh wow.
yeah, you fight
Crazy.
you get Baby Bowser as a companion, and then you lose him, and you fight him, and then you fight adult Bowser.
Right. Boy, I need to read up on my Mario lore. I know all about
It's
Sonic lore.
complicated.
Like, if you
Yeah.
ask me to talk about Sonic lore, I can tell you literally anything. I
Who's
don't
Sonic's dad?
He doesn't have a dad.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah. I don't know. He just never appeared.
Yeah. Is he like
Actually, there's a bunch of arguments going on Twitter on what race the Sonic characters are supposed to be, and the fact that Sonic doesn't have a dad shows a lot of evidence pointing to that he might be black.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a stereotype, though. That's not like I don't know if you know this, Hartsy, but black people, like, they do have like a biological father. They just it's just like a stereotype that their father leaves them, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a yeah. Well, maybe Sonic is like America Chavez in Doctor Strange 2, where she has two moms. Yeah. She's from the multiverse where everyone has two moms.
Movie Sonic has Longclaw the Owl as his mom, so
yeah. But that's like an adopted mother, though, because that owl did not give birth to a hedgehog. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. I don't know. They got it. That's so weird that the whole intro of that movie is them talking about his like origins and his parents and stuff, and then it's like they don't reference that in any of the other movies. It's really weird.
They do. His whole like motivations in the other movies. Is that
they
he
reference
lost his
it.
Mom. He wants to.
Yeah, but he's never like, okay, well, I'm going to use these rings to go back to that planet and see what happened now that I'm like an adult and I can do that, you know?
Actually, yeah, he literally could just go back anytime he wants.
He could, but he doesn't want to, I guess.
I guess not.
Even though, look, because like the echidnas were the bad guys and stuff that he had to deal with, but now he's got an echidna friend, so he should be fine.
No, the echidnas have literally been wiped out. Like,
oh, okay, well then yeah,
really exist.
then they're fine.
Yeah.
What a weird movie. It's just because I don't. They should just have the next one be all CGI, but James Marsden is in it, and they just film James Marsden on a green screen.
No, I really do hope they return back to Sonic's world in the future movie.
Yeah, well, one of these because people keep coming from his world, right? They keep coming from his planets and shit. So like,
Tails and Knuckles are both from his world.
Yeah, and Shadow's from like space, right? Shadow's an alien. They said
Shadow's an alien from space.
Yeah, he's an alien that looks just like Sonic, though, which is weird.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows if like we're gonna adapt Shadow's backstory of like Black Doom and the Doom Syndicate.
He should fight that scary starfish or whatever from the other stuff.
From Shadow Generations, yeah.
Yeah. He gets starfish wings, right, or something?
No, he gets Doom wings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so cool. Shadow Generations is so cool when he gets his fucking Doom wings and he's like huge demon wings spouting from him.
Yeah.
So cool.
They should do.
I have a figure of his Doom wing form from that game.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. They should do. They should do more amiibo of these things, because there's only one Sonic amiibo, right? And it's just Sonic because he's in Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Brothers Sonic.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right. No, amiibo is like dead though.
They're pretty much dead. They don't do a ton of them. Yeah.
Like, what was the last amiibo released?
Well, there was one for like Tears. I think they do one for like every new Zelda game for some reason. They do a couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, Pikmin 4 had a couple. Like every game does have a couple, and you can still use them in the game, and they do something. But like it's never anything impactful anymore. Mostly because that's annoying, and they shouldn't be doing anything impactful with them anyway. But
it's so crazy to me that Zelda Breath of the Wild outsold Mario, honestly. Like, for the first time ever, a mainline Zelda outsold Mario.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know, Breath of the Wild, I think it is a better game overall, honestly, too.
Oh, obviously, yeah, 100%. Breath of the Wild is peak. I love that game so much.
Yeah. They should, when they did Breath of the Wild 2, they should have just done another map, though. That makes me so sad. Because it is very repetitive. Yeah. I don't know. What would you like to see from Mario 64 2 on the Switch 2?
I would like to see them not call it Mario 64 2 and call it Odyssey 2 and it just be more Odyssey.
What if they just called it Mario 64 2, but then it was just Odyssey 2?
I would be semi-happy.
That would be really strange. It would be a strange choice to make.
Yeah, Cappy's there and everything. You got the capture system, but it's just 64 2.
What if they called it Mario Odyssey 2, but it was just a remake of Mario 64, but you had Cappy in it?
Wow. Wait, is like how many? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is huh? Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. There were rumors that they were gonna do Mario 64 remake at one point. I think those were just lies though, because nothing like that happened. There was, I mean, for 3D All Stars they did remaster the HUD. They like AI upscaled the HUD elements, but that was about it. So I don't know. They didn't even make it 64 frames, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just hope the Switch 2 has better performance than like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like that fucking modern releases from Nintendo run at like 20 frames per second.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. The rumor is it's going to be PS4 Pro level hardware on it, which would be very cool.
Yeah. If like Tears of the Kingdom gets like a patch that lets it run at like 60 frames, I'm gonna buy it for sure.
That'd be cool, yeah. Because you can play all the old games. They really should just have like be programming them in a way where like, oh, on the next console they can run better if we like unlock them or whatever.
Yeah.
In an update, I don't know. I'm sure they have something like that, you know. Because I mean, you can play them on emulators at 60 frames, so.
Honestly, knowing Nintendo, I doubt they're gonna fucking bother with patching these games to run better on the new system.
What they might do is do Breath of the Wild Deluxe for $90.
Oh my god, I would kill myself.
Yeah,
No.
and it's just Breath of the Wild, and it runs slightly better, and there's like 5 more shrines, you know?
No,
I bet
such a Nintendo thing.
it's totally. I mean, that's the whole industry thing. They all do that now, but it was Nintendo started doing that shit real early with like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and stuff. So
I mean, a lot of developers do offer free patch updates when last gen games.
some of them do, yeah. For
comes out.
but like, I mean, there's like Marvel Spider-Man remastered or whatever on PS5. So
yeah.
and that has like new suits. It doesn't even have new content. It's just suits.
They did Last of Us 2 remastered, a game that was like 2 years old by the time the remaster was made. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. I've seen so many screenshot comparisons too, and they none of them look different. None of them. It's like the lighting is slightly darker, maybe.
They literally just could have released a free next gen patch.
Oh, I would be so shocked if that didn't have a next gen patch on it, though. That would be really fucked up if that wasn't, honestly.
I think they did. I think they did.
They must have, yeah. They didn't? I don't know then.
It was a cross-generational release. It already had a version natively for PS5.
That's true then. I guess, yeah.
Why make a remake? Why remaster it when the game is 2 years old?
Yeah. I mean, well, they pulled that for fucking Last of Us 1 anyway, though. Last of Us 1 has like a remaster on PS4 and stuff, so.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
And then a full remake on PS5, so.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Remaking The Last of Us Part 1 kind of makes sense because it's like a last gen game. No,
Kinda.
Games behind.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what, every game company, if they're gonna do remakes, they should do it like fucking Capcom, where it's like, oh, after like 15 years minimum, we'll remake it.
Right. I mean,
like,
Resident Evil
whatever
remakes are peak. I love those games.
Yeah, whatever the gap was, because RE4 was like 2005, I want to say, and then the remake was like 2023, you know, like 18 years. And then you can remake it and make it a new game.
Right.
And then it'll actually be a new game, kind of. So, you know.
I want a remake of Sonic Unleashed, but Sega will never do that because Sonic Unleashed had poor criticism. I mean, poor reception from the critics.
Well, Sonic Colors, they did a remaster, right? They could do it.
Yeah, but Sonic Colors was loved by fans and critics.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I hate the game.
They should do Sonic 06 remake.
Right. Yeah. One of the developers actually said he wanted to do a 06 remake.
Oh, really? Well, that's
Yeah.
good. They should.
Yeah, make it good this time.
Yeah. Just like they did a Shadow of the Colossus remake, and people said that one wasn't as good, but it was like a ground-up remake kind of thing.
So they need to remaster Sonic Unleashed. That is such a good fucking game. It is a great game that got unfair criticism, that got unfair slack when it came out.
Yeah.
Today is fucking peak.
Mm-hmm. I really hope someday, my hope for Mario 64 in the future is that someone out there makes a Mario 64 DS like content update, which I don't even want the characters. I just want all the levels,
Right.
Because there's 150 stars and all of them are fun in DS. So.
Well, I don't like that you start the game as fucking Yoshi. I'm the type of guy that even as a kid, and I had the option to pick a character, I would pick Mario because I was boring and didn't like that.
You weren't at least a Luigi kid. You're just a straight up Mario kid.
Luigi was my favorite, because I like Luigi's Mansion a lot, and I still like Luigi's Mansion a lot. But in platforming, I usually choose Mario.
Okay. Well, because Luigi always sucks to control in those ones. He's all like
he's slippery. He's slippery.
Yeah. You should play Mario Luigi U, where he's everyone is slippery because all of them play like Luigi.
They all play like Luigi.
Yeah, even if you choose Blue Toad, he's still slippery. So.
Aw, damn.
Yeah. I don't know if Nabbit is slippery. Nabbit might control normal, but well, no, because they all have to like jump extra high too or whatever. Because Luigi's got his higher floaty jump.
Luigi jumps much higher, but he's just so slippery. He's a bitch to control. I don't like him. I love Luigi's Mansion. That is peak.
Yeah. In 64 DS, I thought Luigi was like trying to imitate Yoshi and do the flutter jump because he wiggles his feet.
Yeah.
He might be. I don't know.
No, I think
he might be trying to do a Yoshi move and not figuring out that his bones aren't right or whatever. So Yoshi's like a different animal.
Crazy that Luigi doesn't use any of his crazy athletic abilities in the Luigi's Mansion games.
Yeah. Well, the backpack's really heavy, I think.
Yeah, okay. So
I think that has to be it, is that it's really heavy.
It's really heavy. That's the only reason to why he doesn't jump around.
Yeah. In 3, the vacuum has to jump for him. It shoots an air blast. So,
it does do that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. I love Luigi's Mansion games. I'm replaying them. I need to replay them.
Yeah. They should make more. Well, they're probably going to do Luigi's Mansion 4 because 3 sold like 20 million copies or some shit.
Really?
It was like crazy successful, yeah.
Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy to know.
Yeah. I really want just like a decent remaster of the first one, though.
Yeah,
because that one's still my favorite.
They need to do like a Switch 2 remake of that game. It's a great game.
Yeah. They probably won't, though.
No. The fact that Luigi's Mansion 3 was so successful makes me happy because I love these games and I've always considered them underrated.
Yeah. Switch games just always have ridiculous sales. I think I can pull it up right here. We can read some of the Nintendo Switch game sales just for fun.
All right.
Yeah. Not Nintendo earning report. What's the thing that I would want here? Nintendo sales figures. Yeah. I spelt sales wrong, or figures wrong is what I spelled wrong. Oh well. The Switch is now sold over 150 million units now.
Jesus Christ.
It's pretty good. It's 4 more million until it hits DS. That'll be cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hold up. Is there indicated video game sales units? I don't remember. Switch games sales figures. This must be a thing, right? Oh yeah, top selling titles. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 67 million units. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Animal Crossing with 47. Smash Ultimate 35. Breath of the Wild 32. Mario Odyssey 29 million. Yeah. I might have gotten Luigi's Mansion wrong because it's not on this list right here, but not on the list of like top 10. You know what it is though, is fucking Mario Bros. U Deluxe is on here with 18 million units sold. Mm-hmm. Even though it's like it's just old games put together.
I'm looking at a statistic that says it sold 14.25 million copies. Luigi's Mansion 3.
that's still very good, yeah,
Yeah.
for Luigi's Mansion. Because like Luigi's Mansion 2 sales are probably really low, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. 6.4 was pretty good, actually, I guess, in total for a 3DS game, 6.4 is probably okay. First one was 3 million, but that's because it's the GameCube, and GameCube was like their second worst console ever, so
Right.
yeah, it flopped really bad. The Luigi's Mansion 2 HD has already sold over 1 million copies, though.
Yeah. See, Luigi's Mansion was my favorite Nintendo game as a kid. Like, so much so is when I was a kid, I would walk around the house at night with a flashlight, pretending I'm Luigi's in Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
As a kid, yeah, I would play Luigi's Mansion 3 RL. I'm not Luigi's Mansion 3, Luigi's Mansion IRL as a kid.
Yeah. That sounds fun. Like in the dark, did you turn out all the lights?
Yeah.
Pretend you were haunted by ghosts?
Haunted by ghosts, yeah. I was Luigi. He was my favorite.
Did you come up with unique names for all the boos?
No, I did not.
Because in the game, they all got different names.
No. This is like a few parts in Luigi's Mansion 2 when you're up in the catwalks of the mansions, and you have to walk over thin beams without falling. And I would actually do that behind my house. We had like a big so I lived in a big house on a hill, and there was a part behind my house that fell down into the ground. That was like a big pit, fall down to the ground, and there's beams across the big drop that I would tightrope walk around. As a kid, because I've seen Luigi do it in Luigi's Mansion 2.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's maybe a little dangerous, but
yeah.
Nothing that's not dangerous is fun, though, like cocaine. That's fun.
Right, of course.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Do we have any final thoughts on Mario 64, though?
It's a good game, but very, 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 very dated. In fact, I would go as far as to say that Sonic Adventure aged better than Mario 64 did. Okay,
well, I gotta say you're wrong, and it's still maybe the second best game ever. There's a good chance.
What would be the first?
Probably Half-Life Alyx, yeah.
Oh, Half-Life Alyx, yeah.
Alyx is really good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah. They should make more Half-Life games, though.
They should. They really should.
Yeah, they should stop making no Half-Life games.
Yeah, well, no, they're working on the best game ever, fucking Deadlock right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like League of Legends, but your TF2 guys kind of.
Imagine if they went this game was originally supposed to be a Half-Life MMO. Imagine if they went with that.
I would be mad every single time I had to talk about it. Every single time. But now I just don't have to talk about it, so I'm fine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God. Because if I did a fucking Hound Eye video and I have to talk about how they're in deadlock and their fucking deadlock stats, I'd delete it all. I'd just stop doing it, honestly. My God.
Imagine how mad the Half-Life community would be if they made a Half-Life MMO game. That was the next big game. Yeah,
if it's this fucking it's this trashy Dota thing, but it's got a Half-Life skin on it, and oh God.
Right.
I would have been so mad, dude.
Yeah.
Thank God. Oh well.
Half-Life 3 hopefully happens in the next decade.
Yeah. I'm hoping for announcement this year on Half-Life 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's possible.
I mean it's possible.
Anything's possible as long as you believe.
As long as you believe.
Yeah.
The possibilities are never ending.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything to plug, Hartsy, before we wrap it up here?
I do not, because I literally do nothing all day because I'm a disgusting neat.
What games have you been playing then?
Well, I'm playing a bunch of Mario right now. I've been playing through the Metro games, which are pretty cool. They're like a first-person shooter series.
All right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I am working on videos for my channel, but it's going to be a while before they see the light of day.
Okay. Yeah. And, well, thank you very much for coming on the show. And thank you all for watching. All of you out there. And goodbye.
Bye-bye.